Good afternoon, futures traders. Today is Tuesday, November 18th. What I thought I would do is share with you how version 2.0 testing has been going on. We have not been trading much lately because we're testing the new release, Praedox version 2.0, that will be going to all lifetime subscribers. So what I thought I'd do is just do the playback for today. Today was an interesting day to say the least from a price action perspective. Very large bars, a lot of wicks, a lot of retraces, a lot of potential stop outs if you decided that you even want to trade. This was one of those days where you just put your hands under your lap and just not do anything. So you can see pre-market was pretty rangy, kind of an odd looking chart, isn't it? So was one of the things we did recommend to our traders was to avoid trading the open today because of the choppiness associated with it, and even recommended not even turning Praedox Traders Assistant on and not even trade for it today. So again, you don't need to trade every day. You trade when it makes sense to trade. So today was one of those days where you just did not do anything. So, but I thought I would share with you in playback how 2.0 did, and show you some of the new features. So one of the things we did add was a new type of trade called the Slingshot. Okay, the Slingshot is a momentum kind of trade. You don't get a lot of them, but when you do, they typically have follow through associated with them. So we'll start at the 930 bar and playback, but you'll see the Praedox market open forecasted it to be down. So if you wanted, you could have placed a limit order below this bar here and waited to see if it hit it. And as I recall, that was a trade we took this morning, and it did hit it and it did profit, but we won't do that now because it's playback. So we'll put this in playback mode here. See what it's doing here. It's just reloading everything, it looks like. Let me pause this and get this to 9:30 again. I'm not sure why it went back to midnight. Okay, so we're back. We got it back to 9:30 again. So we're going to start this. And you can see we had our opening bar here. We'll move it to 5 or maybe 10. Let's go to 10. So you can see that first bar. So we had a limit order down here. We waited. We had a huge bar there at 215 ticks and then just shot down. That would have made you done for the day with that open
Slingshot
forecast.
long order.
So there was a slingshot there, and that slingshot would have been a winning trade, as you can see here. So we had the slingshot right here. Now, there were not a lot of signals today because of this price tag. But look how big these bars are. 512 tick bar size, 189 this bar size is. This was 200 and something. So you won't see a lot of signals because we have chop filter turned on, large bar protection turned on. So we did not get a lot of signals today. So I'll go through about noon because, again, we don't really trade. Well, we wouldn't have traded now after this win. We'd have stopped. It would have copied to all of our accounts, and we would have been done for the day at a quick 200. But I'll give you an idea here on how well it keeps you out of trades. 283 tick bar size there at 945. Okay. So there was a slingshot there as well on that trade, and you could see that did very well. So we had a quick slingshot out of the chute. We had our second slingshot here, and I don't believe there were many other signals. I think we had one breakout, and that was it. So we're at the 945 spot right now. Move this up a little bit here. The slingshot will not look at large bar protection or the chop filter as of yet because, again, those are momentum trades.
Praedox breakout short.
They tend to be large
Order filled.
runs. And you can see we had this breakout. We're now at 10 o'clock. Again, we would have definitely been done for the day by now. But again, we're just showing you version 2 here. Let's go to 50. Now we're past 10. So you can see here. So again, we had the two signals, slingshot signals, and a breakout, and it's 10:06 at this time. So now we're at 10:20, and you can see still no signals here. You can see a lot of bullish and bearish going back and forth on here. And our price action indicator that's here, included in 2.0. You do not have to use it if you don't want. So 10:30, still no signal. Now you can see we get into some chop areas here, and we're right at the London low. 10:37. We'll move it.
Slingshot short.
Okay, we have a slingshot here.
Order canceled.
It gets canceled after 3 bars. Ultimately, it's up to you and how many bars you want the order to get canceled after. The default is 3. And now we're at 11 o'clock, and we're normally done. Like I said, we were done already. But again, you didn't see a lot of signals here. I think there was maybe 2, 3. We had 2 slingshots and a breakout. That was it.
Order filled. Stop filled.
All right, so the purpose here is just to show you, let's stop it here, just to show you version 2.0, not necessarily to show you win rates or anything like that. So you can see the win rate here is 85.7%. We had 6 and 1. So if it hits a stop, a trailing stop, I think it probably counted that as 1. It's not 100% accurate, but it gives you an idea. So, like I said, we're adding the slingshot, so we're testing that thoroughly. We have our price action indicator that you can add to the chart if you so choose to use it. We have our Praedox forecast matrix. We'll basically take a look at multiple time frames and give you a percentage on what the bias looks like at that moment. So you can see at this moment, it would have been 68% long, 32% short. So the 1 minute is to the long side. The 5, 15, 30, and 1 hour were to the short side. So if you're going to do any kind of quick scalping, that you need to look at this to make sure that you're not taking any shorts at this moment. And you could also utilize this as well in conjunction with the heat map to determine whether or not you want to scalp and do manual trades. We also have the day predictor that basically keeps track of what the day is currently doing from a price perspective and lets you know, is it trending, is it ranging, is it inside. Very briefly, you'll see if it's inside in the morning. When it breaks out of an inside day, you'll start to see it either ranging or trending. Most of the day today is in ranging, but right at this moment, we have a trend going on, right? Down. And if we continue to go up, this would switch to green, a green trending. So you can see we're down on that. So those are the elements concluded. We did have this quick indicator here that's part of our strategy that'll give you an idea on the wins and losses that you're having for this session here. Do now keep track of and persist your P&L. So if you choose to turn the strategy off or disable it and you want to come back, this will still remain here. So that's a nice feature. If you didn't hit your profit for the day and you decided that you wanted to pause and come back later, it will persist now. So you will see this. You'll see your account here as well. And if you choose to come back and trade later, it will still use your P&L and track your max profit and loss based on what this says here. So, and as always, the heat map is there as well. So, a lot of nice features have been added here. The like I said, the market predictor, you were probably done. You were probably done already, right? So, the market open, right? If you had placed your limit order here, it really never touched it until here and just shut down. You would have been done on this slingshot. You would have been even more done on this slingshot, even more done on this breakout. So, just to give you an idea, it's kind of a crappy day for trading here. You probably shouldn't have turned it on. And like I said, I did announce it in our private community as well as our public Discord, letting folks know to exercise caution is not necessarily a good day for trading. So with that, that is some of the version 2.0 features that we've been testing. More to come on this. The release is probably next week for that. And like I said, all subscribers get this free of charge, no additional cost associated with it. It will just be something that we'll continue to do. And like I said, we're going to move it to a few traders here for testing it more. We have 2 traders on it right now, and we'll put a couple more of our traders on it. I'd also like to give you a shout out to one of our traders here who was funded today. Another funded account with the with their $50,000 account. So congratulations to Dario. He said he had a tough day, but got funded again. So with My Funded Future. So congratulations to Dario. Well done. So yeah, he's not the only one. We have several other traders that are doing quite well. We have one trader who is actually in the Tradeify finals. So he entered using Praedox Trading Assistant into the Tradeify trading competition. Got through the first week, got through the knockout round the second week, and he is now in the finals. So congratulations to him. Once we get final results, I'll share his successes as well. So with that, have a great day. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to leave a comment, shoot me a message on Discord, send me an email. Please do like and subscribe to help us out here. If you want more information on this, go visit Praedox.com, Praedox. And we do have a Black Friday special. You can use code BFDOX200, all uppercase. Anyway, have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.